Running away with me. Oh, yeah. Just my imagination. Running away with me. Do, 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 do. The mighty sounds of Queen Kiana running away with me. Her spin on just my imagination. And I tell you, it is just my imagination. Maybe it's not my imagination. But we're still in a pandemic. I had to say that before anything. But I want to say good evening to everybody. And it's a beautiful day. I mean, I stepped outside before I came back inside. And it is a beautiful day. And my name is Katie Lowe, and I'd like to welcome you to Rhythm Flow live stream right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker. And like I was saying, it is just my imagination. It is just my imagination that we are going into almost 2 years. It will be. I mean, come December, it will be 2 years that we have still been dealing with COVID, with different strands of COVID. And is it because of our ignorance that they have asked us to wear a mask, to follow social distancing, and to sanitize? Is it because of our ignorance that we can't do those things to prolong our lives? Is it us being ignorant? I believe it is. I don't believe being stubborn has anything to do with it. I believe that it's because of ignorance. I want to say this to you. The moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life is the moment that you will gain the power to change anything. So you think about that. Now I'm going to bring on, listen, I've got a guest for you today, and I'm going to bring her on because maybe she has to say something because we are in a mass mandate. And I don't want to think that I'm the only person in the world who feels like, hey, if a mask is going to help prolong my life, if getting vaccinated is going to help prolong my life, why not? Why not? I want to live. I mean, I'm already 71. So I want to live as long as I can. And if it takes me having to put a mask over my face to help me live another 71 years, and I ain't bragging on it and look this good, I'm gonna wear all the masks I can find. If you got any, send them to P.O. Box 241181 and I'll wear them too. But by further ado, let me bring on my guest. I'm going to play this song one more time. It's called Running Away with Me. You can find this song on most streaming apps. This is our local artist from right here in Illinois, and she goes by the name of Queen Kiana. I want you all to support this artist because this is one of our own. And this is a sister. So we need to support her. So I'm going to play her song one more time, and then we're going to bring on Grandma, I think it's Lala Lele. Okay? But we're going to bring her on because she is a character. I'm going to play the song one more time, and then we're going to bring on Grandma and let Grandma, we're going to talk about wearing the mask, and then Grandma is going to give us some of those soul food recipes. And she's going to cook for us today. And hopefully she can send me some through this screen because I'm a big girl and I love to eat. So listen, enjoy the music, and I'm going to bring on our guest for the evening. Well, anything can happen when you go live. That's all I can say. Don't ask me what happened. I don't know, but all I know is I got kicked out and it wouldn't let me back in. So I did contact StreamYard and I just don't know what happened. I guess Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. I guess they don't want you to meet Grandma Lele, but guess what? I'm finna bring her on the screen right now.
Hey, babies, how y'all doing today, babies? How's it going? Grandma Lala is in the building, babies. I'm in the building.
How you doing, Grandma?
Oh, Grandma is wonderful. I ordered up them legs already, so I ain't in no pain today.
Okay, Grandma, listen. Before you start telling us what you cooking, I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened, but all I know is they just kicked me out and I couldn't get back in. You
It's
see, instead
okay.
of me got my name up here, it's got Facebook user. Oh, that's somebody saying I love the show. I'm sorry. They just kicked me out, and I was just allowed to come back in. But why don't you tell the listening audience a little bit about yourself and who you are, where they can find you, and what you do?
Well, babies, my name is Grandma Lala, babies. Everybody know me by Grandma Lala. I cook. I do a little comedy every once in a while too, babies. I dance. I do some exercising. I do some of everything, baby. I even cut the grass, babies. At 70 years old, I'm still cutting grass. So, babies, you can find me on Storytime with Grandma Lala. That's my Instagram page, my YouTube page, my Facebook page is Storytime with Grandma Lala, babies. And you can go to my website, which is Storytime with Grandma Lala, babies. Everything is Storytime with Grandma Lala. Mm-hmm.
All right, Grandma. You say that you cook.
Oh yeah, baby. I throws down.
Now, are you a chef? Are you a professional cook, or is this cooking by experience?
Baby, cooking by experience.
Okay.
I come from a long line of women that cooked in my family, baby. So when they were cooking, I was watching and I was learning, baby. So
Mhm.
now I just, I do this stuff just with my eyes closed. I can cook this food.
Okay. So, Grandma, can you make biscuits?
Oh yeah, I can make some biscuits. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you're not making biscuits today, so I love homemade biscuits. So I'm gonna give you an invitation to come back,
Okay. No,
and
and
on the
I cook some
invitation to
biscuits.
come back,
Hmm.
I want you to throw down on some homemade biscuits.
I sure will,
And
baby.
I want you to be able to send me one right through the screen so I
Hmm.
can, because I know you can do that.
Oh yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I surely can, baby.
Okay, I want to play for you. I want to play for you, Grandma Lala. Is that right?
It's Grandma Lala, baby. Yes.
Okay. I want to play for you, Grandma Lala's commercial, and this will give you an insight about Grandma Lala. 'Cause she has a cook. She has her own cookbook.
Yes, indeed, babies.
So I want to uh, play this little infomercial about her cookbook, and then I'm going to bring her back, and I'm going to let her tell you about what she's cooking in the kitchen and how she's cooking it. But let me play her infomercial first. Be back in a moment.
Hey, babies. It's Grandma Lala, babies. I am in the building, babies. Well, don't forget to check out my new book, Grandma Lala's Soul Food Kitchen Recipe Book, babies. It is available on Amazon, babies, and you can get it on my website, storytimewithgrandmalala.com, babies. Yes, indeed, I said storytimewithgrandmalala.com, StorytimewithgrandmaLaLa.com, babies.
All right. That's Grandma Lala's new cookbook. You can find that on Amazon. Okay. And I want to remind everybody that Rhythm Flow Radio live stream, you can catch us the first Monday of every month, which we didn't, I'm not doing a show this Monday because of Labor Day. But the second Monday in the month, you can catch us right here in the basement with Macklemore, hosted by Brian Macklemore Smith, and every second and fourth Saturday, right here, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker, Lady Petite's live stream. That's a Laverne Music Box production, all at 5 o'clock. Okay, Grandma Lala, come on with it.
All right, baby. So first, I'm cooking me some perch. A little perch. I done made my little mixture here already with a little cornmeal and flour, and I done seasoned my fish up. And I usually use a little mustard on my fish, babies. It gives it a little seasoning, and then I put a little pepper and a little bit of this Old Bay. I put a little of that in there.
Oh, that obey is good, isn't it?
Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is. And then I usually put my seasoning and everything in the bag, and I mix it up in the bag, baby. So you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it, baby. And then, see, I like to use the little deep fry. So I got my deep fry going here, and I'm putting my little fishes in there. Ooh, ooh,
So,
ooh.
Grandma Lala, you don't use any of the like the fish fry. You use just cornmeal.
No, I mix my own little mixture together, baby. I put a
Okay.
little cornmeal and a little flour together, and then I put a little bit of seasoning in there, baby.
Oh, okay.
Shake it up and shake it around there, baby. Put it in a little plastic bag and shake it up to make sure that all the seasonings is getting through to all the fish, baby.
All right now.
Mm-hmm. And then I put it down into the grease and let it
Now,
cook.
are you using a regular deep fryer? You're not using like what they have these fryers on the market now. They are
You talking about the air fryers?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm using a regular fryer for that, baby. But I am
Okay.
getting ready to fix them. Okay, so fix my chicken, and I'm doing an air fryer on that one, baby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got chicken wings here. So this is the little seasoning I like to use here. Weber kick butt chicken, okay, baby? And
Okay.
then I like to add a little black pepper, a little Italian sauce, a little sauce spices, and a little bit of garlic powder, baby. I add that in there. And then you just, with this little air fryer, I really like this little air fryer. My kids decided they wanted to buy me an air fryer for Christmas one year. They said, Granny, you gotta stop doing all that frying all the time. So, and it's real simple, baby. Anybody can use this thing. You just put it, you season up your meat the way you want it, and you
Mhm.
put them on this little tray here. And then you put it in there, and you close the door, and then it's a little button on here that says chicken. So you push it. Now, I like to push it up a little because it doesn't seem like it cook it as fast as I like it to cook. So
Okay.
I put it on 45 minutes. Then my next thing I'm working on is my crab cakes, baby. I mixed my crab cakes up last night because I like to have them already pre done. You
Now,
know,
in those crab cakes, are you using a real crab or imitation crab?
no, I use real crab, baby.
Okay.
Now I don't like mayo, so I usually use a little mustard because I don't like the mayo.
Okay.
Okay. Then you take some olive oil. You can get you some olive oil. You get you like a little brush, and you take the brush and go over your little crab cakes with the oil. Put a little oil on the crab cake. before you put them into the oven. You put a little oil on them. Add a little oil. Ooh, these things be so good, baby. Ooh, be ready to smack somebody when you get them. Mm. Yeah. And then I like to oil down my little aluminum because I like to put aluminum on my pan. Oil it down a little so that the crab cakes won't stick to it. Okay? See, they be soft. So, it's hard to keep them together. You got to make sure they're nice and soft. You know, good. Okay, now see?
So those crab cakes, they look like little biscuits. What do you roll them out in? I mean, a flour or cornmeal.
I use both. I use
Both.
a little
Okay.
of both.
Okay.
And then I make sure I cut my uh, a little celery up with it or green peppers and stuff with it. And then I put it together, all together there. See, what I did to these crab cakes, though, I added a little bit I cut up some shrimp and put them into my crab cakes with the crabs, because I like to try different things when I do this stuff. Okay, so I'm putting my crab cakes in the oven.
Oh, you're baking them.
Okay, so don't let those cook. And I'm getting my shrimps ready for put them on after the fish is done. One thing
So
about me,
you're having,
huh?
are you having just well, you got chicken in there, but you're having like a lot of seafood this evening, aren't you?
Yes, indeed, baby. See, my family, they love seafood, baby. And, we all like chicken wings and stuff. So I usually like to pull a little milk on my shrimps, and then you put a little bit of this obey on them.
So what inspired you to write the cookbook?
Um, my kids did actually. They inspired me to write it because I was always like to cook. And it's my oldest child said that he felt that it'd be a good idea for me to do a little cookbook with it. So then I took and wrote my cookbook. He helped me out with how to put everything together and stuff. And this is the cookbook.
All right.
hmm So when you actually have the book in your hand, it's a little letter on the back to my people, and I actually signed the back of the book already, babies.
So it's already autographed, huh?
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's check on this fish.
And the name of that book is Grandma Lala's Soul Food
Kitchen
Kitchen
recipe.
Recipes. And
hmm
it is available on Amazon.
Yes, indeed, baby.
Okay, they're gonna get an autographed copy when they buy it.
Yes, indeed. And then on my website, they can also purchase it on the website too.
And do I have a link to your website?
Um, I'm not sure, but I can send it to you if you like.
Okay, I'm gonna check and see if I have a link to it. And if I do, I can put it up for you while you're
Right,
cooking.
use Storytime with GrandmaLala.com.
Storytime with GrandmaLaLa.com.
So I just put all my shrimp inside my seasoning here, so I can get ready to put them into the cooking oil. And then shake. Oh, I love to shake, 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 shake. Woo-hoo-hoo. Shake, 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 shake. My grandbabies love to do this stuff too. You know. So then you shake it up a little. See I like to cook the perch and stuff like that in the deep fry and the shrimp inside the deep fryer because don't take as long to cook it. And I put my platter up here. Yeah, and it's always important to keep your area clean as you go along, babies. You
I
know,
know that's right.
I've seen some people. I've been to some people house while they're cooking, and they don't keep everything clean as you go along. You gotta keep everything clean. That makes it easier on you when you get finished. You can actually sit down and eat. You know, but if you gotta go back behind yourself and clean up again, then that takes a little time from you getting a chance to eat. I made some little gratins too. I cut up some potatoes earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I made me some. Mm, they're delicious too.
Now, what do you put in your au gratin potatoes?
Well, actually, I cut up these potatoes here. Let me show you. I like to use the red potatoes.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's an Irish. That's what we call an Irish potato, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And and I just season them up
Mm-hmm.
the way I want them with a little butter and cheese and oh, it came out good too.
Girl, you making me hungry. I'm about
Mm-hmm.
to come through
I'm
the
sorry,
screen.
baby. I'm sorry. Ooh.
I'm about to come through the screen.
Mm-hmm. See, I like to eat too, baby.
I love to eat too.
Yeah, see, let me tell you something. You can't.
I can't wait till we can fix it where I can pull the food through the screen because
Mm-hmm.
when we come on the next time, I'm gonna show them how I can get the biscuit through the screen. Nobody's gonna believe it, but it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it could be done. They
I
making
know that's
everything
right.
else available for you to do on these things, so they'll be making that available pretty soon. Now fish, I like to make sure it's completely done. You know, I don't like that. You know, where it's half done in the inside. I've seen some people with that too.
Now, is that why the fish falls apart sometimes? I've seen people deep fry fish,
Hmm.
and when they get ready to take it out of the deep fryer, or I've
Hmm.
seen them skillet fry it. I've seen them put it in a cast iron skillet,
Hmm.
and I've seen people fry it, and when they take it out, it's nice and crispy.
Hmm.
And when they take it out, it just stays together. But then
Yes.
I've seen people take it out and it just fall apart. What
Yeah.
what what
Well, it
causes
fall
that to
apart because
happen?
they ain't completely done, baby. That's why it ain't
Oh, it's not completely
done.
done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, it should be. I'm gonna let it sit, but I just wanted to show y'all what it. Just a little piece of it, one of them, and that's what it looked like.
Oh, okay. All
Mm.
right.
It's delicious too. And see, I use a little mustard to give it a little moisture inside there. It's gonna keep a little moisture in there, so it won't be so tough inside. You know how you dry it out?
Mm-hmm.
It won't be dried out with the little mustard in there.
Now, where did you learn that secret from?
Oh, my mama taught me that one.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Where are you originally from? Were you born and bred in Chicago?
No, baby. See, I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, baby.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, indeed. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas. We moved to Mississippi some years later, and I married this guy named Donnie. And when we got married, I moved to Chicago. So when I moved to Chicago, I got a divorce from him, and I got married again. And I just recently got another divorce, and then I just been doing a whole bunch of stuff. Girl, I'm gonna have to tell you about that one day.
Oh my
Woo.
goodness.
Yeah,
We're
in
gonna
and
have to we're gonna have to talk about that Little Rock, Arkansas
out.
off camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Right.
Oh, that fish looks so beautiful. Oh, look how pretty and round it looks.
Yes.
Oh, that looks good.
Then we put the shrimp in there. We'll get the shrimp going here.
Oh, those are some nice sized shrimp.
They supposed to be extra large. And
Hmm.
I like to clean my shrimp. And even when they say they deveined them and stuff,
Yeah.
I like to go in and clean them again because I noticed there's a little something on the inside of them.
Well,
And I'll,
I found out that the shrimp has two veins.
yes.
There's one on the top, and there's also one on the
Mhm.
bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I just found that out recently.
Yep. And that's what I'll be cleaning out because I ain't gonna eat no shrimp with no veins in them.
So you say you like to use the large shrimp when you fry them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
have you ever fried the colossals?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I do those sometime too. I decided not to do those today. I decided to just go with the just some regular extra large shrimp.
I bet you make a mean pot of gumbo too.
Ooh, child. I just matter of fact, I made some gumbo about maybe 3 weeks ago, I think it was. And oh, I'm happy here. I guess too much on.
I still see you.
You still see me? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. We gotta see what's going on here.
And I still hear, hey, and I still hear some frying.
Yeah, that's them scrum baby. Them scrum still doing their thing.
So since I don't have a copy of your cookbook, but I get the next time I will have it right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
In that soul food cookbook, are there dishes like greens, hot water cornbread?
Oh yes, indeed. There's some greens in there. Um, golden catfish in there. Some good old fried chicken, regular fried chicken too. Breakfast food in there. Some good old ham, some spaghettis, and um, cheesy grits, and ooh, child, and biscuits is in there.
Yeah, I listen. My
Mm-hmm.
mother, my mother made the best biscuits in the
Mm-hmm.
world. She's dead now, but
Mm-hmm.
my niece, I have a niece.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, she wasn't old enough to be by the table, but my niece got her recipe down pat.
Oh wow, that's good.
Oh, she got it down pat. And the hot water cornbread, she got that down pat. I don't think she learned to make the hot water cornbread from my mother, but
Mm-hmm.
she learned that from somewhere, and she's got that down pat too.
I guess I got too much on that one little socket there.
Now, what is that your banner in the back there?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
All right, okay.
Yep. I'm gonna move this deep fryer over here because I guess the power went out on one side because I had too
All
much
right.
stuff plugged up. So I'm gonna plug this up over here. So we can continue cooking.
So, are you planning a big outing for the holiday with your family
Um,
for Labor Day?
we probably do a little something, not nothing major,
Hmm. How are
Mostly.
you on a grill?
Well, you know what? I know how to cook on the grill, but I don't do the grilling. You
You
know,
don't
uh,
you don't grill.
yeah, I don't do too much of that. Like if I want to fix some ribs or something, like in my cookbook, it
Mhm.
has some country fried ribs in there, and I
Country
cook them in.
fried.
Yes, ma'am. They country baked. They actually baked in the oven, and
Okay.
yeah, they country style. I put
Oh,
them in the oven. I bake them in the oven, and I like them like that better because they come out so tender. They falling off the bone. you know.
Okay. So, Grandma Lala, have you ever heard of anybody deep frying? What they say? I thought they said they deep fry a neck bone.
Oh wow, no, I ain't heard of that one.
Well, sometimes you get in conversation with people and they
Mhm.
tell you that they can do some weird things.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hmm.
you being a cook and you have a cookbook and you have Southern recipes, I thought I'd just throw that at you
Oh
and
no, I
ask
ain't
you
never
if
heard
you
of
ever.
that one.
No, that's a new one.
Yeah, that's a new one. You
Okay.
right?
I
And
said
I'll
I was
be
going to
back
research it.
out. Huh?
I said I was going to research it because
Oh,
I'd
okay.
never heard of anybody deep frying a neck bone.
No, but you know what, baby? But nowadays they'll cook some anything. Now nothing surprises me. You know, nothing surprises me nowadays. Easy, I don't know. Mm-mm.
Okay,
I,
I want to ask you this too. Do you I mean, I know you have a cookbook, you got a website and everything.
mhm.
Um, so do you cater?
You know what? It's so funny you just mentioned that because someone just asked me about that just recently.
Mhm.
They asked me a few days ago, well, you got a cookbook out. How about you doing some catering? And I thought about it some years ago about the catering thing, but that's a hard business to get into if you're by yourself. So I would need the other people. I would need some help with that because I noticed I've seen somebody just recently with their catering business, and it took a lot of them to get that catering taken care of. They was catering a pretty big party. So I thought about it though. It is something. It has been something that I've thought about. Let me see if I can get this other.
Okay.
Hold on 1 minute. See.
Okay, while Grandma Lala is doing that again, uh, getting herself together there, I'm going to play you her infomercial and we'll be back in a moment.
Hey, babies. It's Grandma Lala, babies. I am in the building, babies. Well, don't forget to check out my new book, Grandma Lala's Soul Food Kitchen Recipe Book, babies. It is available on Amazon, babies, and you can get it on my website, StorytimewithgrandmaLaLa.com, babies. Yes, indeed, I said StorytimewithgrandmaLaLa.com, babies.
All right, that's story time with GrandmaLala.com, and you can get her cookbook there. I also want to remind everybody that the music today is our own Queen Q Anna. Queen Q Anna is our local artist, and hey, let's support our local artists. Hey, let's support our artists of color, period. And while we're waiting on Grandma Lala to come back, hey, why don't we listen to Running Away with Me by Queen Kiwana?
All right, I'm back.
Wrong song. We'll be back in a moment. We be daydreaming, steps on the path for no reason. We be hanging on each and every season. They ain't on our level, and never be us. Rock that man, what would they say? Stuck in the time, life just didn't go your way. Like you're going to somewhere new every day, and I know the situation is just my imagination. Once again, running away from me. Oh, yeah. Just okay, that's Queen Kiana. The song is Running Away with Me. That's her spin on Just My Imagination. And you can find that on most streaming apps. I found mine on iTunes. Get it today. Now we're back here with Grandma Lala in the kitchen. You can pick up her cookbook at Storytime with Grandma Lala. Get her cookbook. It has some soul food recipes in it. Oh, girl, what you got there?
So I made some pot roast earlier this week.
Okay.
So I made a little rice today to,
Mm,
to put the pot roast over it and warm it up.
all right.
You see the script.
Girl, when COVID is over, we're going to have to do a show in that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. So I can be there to get my hands on that food. Because I'm one of those sisters that love to eat. And you cooking the things that I love, seafood.
You said cooking what you love,
Seriously, over a year and a half ago, I stopped eating the beef and the pork.
Oh, okay.
I was about 297 pounds.
Wow.
And today I'm about well, I was 238, but I went to the doctor and I gained 8 pounds.
Oh,
I
wow.
gained 8 pounds because makes my neighbor makes lunchroom cookie dough. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
like the lunchroom cookies.
Uh-huh.
So I have her to make me up a bag of the cookie dough, and I bake my cookies, and I've been eating those cookies quite a bit. So I have put
Ooh,
on 8 pounds in 3 months, and I have to work those
ooh.
8 pounds off. Yeah,
You ever heard of Heavenly Scent cookies?
yeah, I've seen
It's
those,
out.
but I'm addicted to my neighbor's cookies.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
If you
them
ever if you
heaven.
ever ate the lunchroom cookies at school,
Uh-huh.
the butter cookies.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mrs. Fields doesn't have anything on this lady. Really, somebody needs to pick her recipe up and they need to market it. It is just that good.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
that's how that lady Heavenly Scent. That's what she did with her cookies. She got them like that. She got them. She got them out here. She sell them in Indiana, and them cookies are so good. You can I eat one. I can't. I'm gonna keep on eating them, and that's
Yeah,
why.
well, I have her to make up me a whole, like you buy the cookie dough. I get
Mm-hmm.
the big thing of it.
Oh
And
wow.
then I just, make them as I go along. And sometimes at night, if I'm doing things, I can kind of
Eat
get
'em.
carried away before going to bed.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
but
gotta be careful with that.
you're cooking all the stuff that I like, and I love seafood.
Yeah, me
I
too.
just don't eat it fried, but I'd eat it. I'll eat yours fried.
Right, let's get a little piece of this paper towel here. So much shrimp already.
So, is there any? I see that you use the Obey seasoning when it comes to the cornmeal and the flour that you use to make up your mixture,
Mhm.
is there a special brand that you use?
I like gold medal.
Okay.
Hmm. And the cornmeal, it really, to me, it don't matter because I'm not going to use a whole lot of it.
Okay, do you use the
I use
yellow or the white?
yellow.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is what the shrimps look.
Oh, they look so good.
Mm.
Oh,
Yep, I'm going to put the rest of in there. I don't want to waste.
oh, they look good. I wish I could get my hand in there and just they look so delicious. I mean, they look beautiful. So, do you make up your sauce?
Huh?
Do you make up a sauce for your shrimp?
You
A
know,
dipping sauce? Do you
so
make up
I
a?
don't like I don't really I don't like the cocktail sauce.
Oh, okay,
Only thing I like on my shrimp is some hot sauce.
okay,
I
okay,
put me some red hot on everything that I eat.
okay. All right.
You know how that lady say on that commercial?
So, Grandma, when you have this seafood and when you have these fried foods, should I say your seafood, you have what baked crab cake, you have fried fish, and you have shrimp,
Uh-huh.
and what else did you
I
have?
have some au gratin potatoes here,
Oh, fried
and I got
potatoes.
some chicken frying,
Okay.
air
So
frying.
the potatoes and what else are your vegetables?
Um, I didn't make no veggies today because I
Oh,
got
okay.
green beans already in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So I did, this is my
What is that? The
this
potatoes?
this my pot roast and rice.
Oh, that looks good too. Now, all of these dishes are in your cookbook. Am I correct?
Some of the dishes are, some of them are not.
Okay.
Some of them I had already had enough pages already,
Hmm.
so I had to, I stopped at the certain amount because the more pages you have, the more you pay for the book.
Okay.
So I was cutting back on how many pages I put in there. Yeah.
All right. So listen, I guess we can maybe I mean I want you to make those biscuits.
No, I will. I
So
can get you.
maybe we should try to set up a date right now
Uh-huh. Okay.
for you to come back
Okay.
because I want you to make those biscuits from scratch and show us how they're made and bake them. And I want to be able to pull mine right through the screen and then bite it.
All
Is that
right. That sounds
okay?
good to me.
All right. Listen, I want to tell you I truly appreciate you.
Oh, thank you for having me on your show today, baby.
Girl, you're everything that I thought you would be and then some.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right.
So listen, everybody, we have visited with Grandma Lala,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully she will be a part of our show at least once a month,
Oh,
coming in, giving us some cooking tips. And I want everybody to go and buy her book. I want you to go to StorytimewithgrandmaLaLa.com. That's Storytimeggrandma, capital LALA.com. Purchase the book, and then maybe you can cook along with us one Tuesday. Is there anything that you want to say before we go?
well, make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram, baby. It's Story Time with Grandma Lala. I will be having new videos. We have all kinds of videos on there. It's not just cooking on the videos that I have on there. Just sometimes I sit back and I talk to people about different things that's going on in the world and things that I see that irritate me. And, you know, I just talk about some of everything.
Well, before we go, I want to ask, what do you think about that mask mandate?
Child, if it's going to get us back into our regular um, back into the regular world, back to our regular self. Oh God, please put the mask on, babies. Please. I don't go nowhere without my mask. You know, I see people all day long without their mask on. They go in these stores and everybody pretending like they done already been vaccinated and they haven't, and this thing is just getting worse and worse. I recently lost a loved one, so someone I know, that I had grew up with since when I was a child,
Mhm.
and I just, I don't, I think people need to take this thing more serious than they taking it. A lot of people ain't taking it as serious as they need to. I see people at gatherings and everything, no mask on, you know, and it's a shame.
And the sad part about it is that our children are back in school,
Hmm.
and there is a mask mandate for them to wear
Hmm.
a mask. And there are some states that will not put that into effect.
Yeah.
And we have some states where they have children
Hmm.
who now have COVID,
Yeah.
have come COVID, and there is a spread
Yeah.
because of the mask mandate. And there are some governors who would not enforce that
Yeah.
mask mandate that are now rethinking the way that they're thinking. So it is so important to wear that mask.
Yes, it is.
And I beg people to wear that mask. I am 71 years old. I want to live another 71 years.
I know that's right.
Okay. And
Hmm.
I beg you to wear your mask. Okay.
Yeah.
And don't tell people that you've been vaccinated and you know that
You have
you
it.
haven't,
And even if you have, you still should have on a mask, because it doesn't say that you won't catch it if you get been vaccinated. It doesn't say that. It said it'll just keep it from being as worse as it
Right,
would if you didn't get vaccinated. Now, if you don't get vaccinated, then it's a chance you may not make it. You know.
right, right.
So that's the thing, and it's a lot of people that's out here. They're not taking it serious. They just they still just doing their own little thing. You
All
know.
right. Okay, thank you, Grandma Lala, for visiting us. And we will see you next month
Um,
in September
all right, baby.
for,
Sounds
for
good.
our segment, because we'll be in the kitchen with Grandma Lala. And I want to leave you with these words. And don't you, oh, I want to remind everybody Saturday night, 4551 North Pulaski Road. That's Lady Petite and the Mixed Company Band. Doors open at 6, showtime at 8 p.m. These are my words to leave you with. I brought the show on with them. I'm going to take the show out with them. The moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you gain the power to change anything in your life. This is Katie Lowe, Rhythm Flow Radio live stream, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker, and Grandma Lala.
See y'all, babies.
And we're saying good night. We're saying good night to the tune of you know who. Just my imagination running away with me, Queen Kiana. You can get her music on most major streaming devices. Bye, y'all.
All right. See you, babies.